Hi readers, welcome to the Bible in a Year live Tanakh project. This is week 23, day 3, and today we'll be reading Ezekiel 23 to 24 from the Complete Jewish Bible. Our scriptures today exposes the depth of Israel and Judah's unfaithfulness through vivid imagery, revealing how far the people had strayed from God. These chapters also announce the coming of judgment on Jerusalem, underscoring God's holiness and the cost of persistent rebellion. Let's begin. Ezekiel 23. The word of Adonai came to me, human being. There are two women daughters of the same mother, who were whores in Egypt, even as young girls they were whores. There they let their breasts be caressed, and there their virgin nipples were fondled. Their names were Ohola, the older one, and Oholiba, the sister. They belonged to me, and they gave birth to sons and daughters. As for their names, Shomron is Obola, Shomron is Ohola, and Jerusalem is Oholiba. Even when she belonged to me, Ohola prostituted herself. She lusted after her lovers from Ashur, warriors dressed in blue, governors, rulers, all of them good-looking young men riding on horseback. She gave herself a whore to them, all of them the elite of Ashur, and she defiled herself with all the idols of everyone she lusted after. She did not give up the whoring she had begun in Egypt, when men had sex with her, fondled her virgin nipples, and flooded her with their fornication. So I handed her over to her lovers, the men of Ashur she lusted after. They exposed her private parts, took her sons and daughters, and put her to death with sword, so that she became notorious among women for the judgments executed against her. Her sister Oholiba saw this. Nevertheless, she was worse than her sister in lusting, and likewise in whoring. She lusted after the men of Ashur, governors and rulers, warriors dressed to perfection, skilled horsemen, all of them good-looking young men. I saw that she had defiled herself. Both sisters had gone down the same path. She prostituted herself more than ever because she saw wall carvings of men depicting the casting in vermilion, with sashes wrapped around their waists and flowing turbans on their heads, all of them looking like military men, the very image of Babel born in the land of Casdim. The moment she saw them, she lusted after them and sent messengers to them in the land of Casdim. And the men of Babel climbed into her love bed and defiled her with their lust. She was defiled by them, and then filled with revulsions at them. Thus did she reveal her fornication and expose her private parts. When this happened, I was filled with revulsion at her, just as I had been filled with revulsion at her sister. Still, she kept increasing her whoring, remembering the days when she was young, fornicating in the land of Egypt. Yes, she lusted at their men prostitutes, whose members are like those of donkeys and who ejaculate like stallions. You yearned for the lewdness of your girlhood, when the Egyptians used to fondle your nipples and caress your young breasts. Therefore, Oholiba, here is what Adonai Elohim says: I will raise up your lovers against you, the ones who fill you with revulsion, and bring them against you from every side. The men of Babel, and all the Casdim, Pekod, Shoal, and Koa, and with them all the men of Ashur, good-looking young men, all of them governors and rulers, commanders and officers, all on horseback. They will advance on you armed with chariots, wagons, and with an army drawn from many peoples. They will array themselves against you from every side of breastplates, shields, and helmets. I will give them the authority to judge, and they will judge as they see fit. I will direct my jealousy against you, so that they will deal with you in fury. They will cut off your nose and ears, and what is left of you will die by the sword. They will seize your sons and daughters, and those who remain of you will be consumed by fire. They will strip you of your clothes and seize your fine jewels. Thus, I will put an end to your lewdness and your fornication brought from the land of Egypt, so that you will no longer raise your eyes toward them or remember Egypt anymore. For this is what Adonai Elohim says: I am about to hand you over to those you hate, to those who fill you with revulsion, and they will deal with you in hatred, seize everything you have worked for, and leave you naked and exposed. The full shame of your whoring will be exposed, your lewdness and your fornicating. These things will be done to you because you have gone fornicating with the goyim, and because you are defiled with their idols. You walk down your sister's path, so I will put her cup in your hand, Adonai Elohim says. You will drink from your sister's cup, a cup both deep and wide, full right up to the brim, with scorn and derision, filling you with drunkenness and sorrow, a cup of horror and devastation, the cup of your sister Shamran. You will drink it, you will drain it, and then you will gnaw it to shreds and tear out your own breasts, for I have spoken, says Elohim. Therefore, this is what Adonai Elohim says: because you forget me and flung me behind your back, you will bear the guilt of your lewdness and whoring. Then Adonai said to me, human beings, are you ready to judge Ohola and Oholiver? Then confront them with their disgusting practices, for they committed adultery, and their hands are dripping with blood. They committed adultery with their idols, and they offered their sons, whom they bore to me, for these idols to eat. Moreover, they have done this to me as well. They defiled my sanctuary on the same day, and they profaned my Shabbats. For after killing their children for their idols, they came the same day into my sanctuary to profane it. This they did in my house. Worse still, you sent a messenger summoning men to come from a distance, and they came. For them you washed yourself, painted your eyes, decked yourself with your finery, and sat on a sumptuous bed, with a table arranged before it, on which you put my incense and my olive oil. The noise of a carefree crowd would be heard there. Many of the men were brought in drunk from the desert. They put bracelets on their hands and magnificent crowns on their heads. I thought, that woman, she's worn out from all her adulteries, but they still go to fornicate with her. For everyone went into her just as men go into a prostitute. So they went into Ohola and Oholiver, those debauched women. Nevertheless, there are righteous men who will judge them as adulterers and murderers are supposed to be judged, because they are adulterers, and blood is dripping from their hands. For here is what Adonai Elohim says: summon an assembly to punish them. Give them over to terror and plunder. Let the assembly stone them to death. Dispatch them with their swords. Kill their sons and daughters, and burn their houses to the ground. Thus I will put an end to lewdness in the land, so that all women may be taught not to imitate their lewdness. You will retrieve the punishment your lewdness deserves, and you will pay the penalty for your adulteries. Then you will know that I am Adonai Elohim. Ezekiel 24. The word of Adonai came to me on the 10th day of the 10th month of the 9th year. Human being, write down today's date, because on this very day, King of Babel has begun his attack on Jerusalem. And tell this allegory to these rebels. Say that Adonai Elohim says, put a pot on the fire, put it there, put water in it, put in it pieces of meat, all the best parts, the thigh, the shoulder, fill it with the choicest cuts, taken from the peak of the flock, and pile the bones underneath. Bring it to a rolling boil till it's all cooked, even the bones. Therefore, Adonai Elohim says, woe to the city drenched with blood, to the pot whose scum is in it, and whose scum has not been removed. Empty it piece by piece without troubling to draw lots, for her blood is still in her. She poured it on bare rock. She did not pour it on the ground to cover it with dust. So, in order to rouse my fury and excite my vengeance, I have fixed her blood there on the bare rock, where it will not be covered. Therefore, Adonai Elohim says this: woe to the city drenched with blood. I myself will make a huge bonfire, heap on the wood, light it, cook the meat, and then add the spices. Put the empty pot on the coals, heat it till its copper bottom glows, till its impurity melts inside it and its scum is burned away. But the effort is in vain. Its layers of scum will not leave it. So into the fire with its scum, because of your filthy lewdness, because you refused to be purified when I wanted to purify you. No, you will not be purified from your filth until I have satisfied my fury on you. I, Adonai, have spoken it, and it will happen. I will do it. I will not turn back. I will not refrain or spare or relent. They will judge you as your ways and deeds deserve, says Adonai Elohim. The word of Adonai came to me, human being. With a single blow, I am about to deprive you of the delight of your eyes. But you are not to lament, weep, or let your tears run down. Sigh silently. Don't observe mourning for the dead. Bind your turban on your head. Put your sandals on your feet. Don't cover your upper lip. And don't eat the food people prepare for mourners. I spoke to the people in the morning, and that evening my wife died. So I did the following morning as I had been ordered. The people asked me, won't you tell us what these actions of yours mean for us? I answered them. The word of Adonai came to me, telling me to speak to the house of Israel and say, that is what Adonai Elohim says. I am about to profane my sanctuary. The pride of your strength, the delight of your eyes, and your heart's desire. Your sons and daughters whom you have left behind will die by the sword. But you are to do as I have done, not cover your upper lips, not eat the food people prepare for mourners. Put your turbans on your heads and sandals on your feet, and neither observe mourning nor crying. Rather, because of your crimes, you will pine away and groan to one another. Thus, Yeshekel will be a sign for you. You will do just what he has done. And when this happens, you will know that I am Adonai Elohim. As for you, human being, on the day I went, I take away from them their stronghold, their crowning joy, the delight of their eyes, their heart's desire, their sons and daughters. On that day, a fugitive will come and bring you the news. And on that day, your mouth will be opened, for you speak to the survivor and no longer be silent. And on that day, your mouth will be open for you to speak to the survivor and no longer be silent. In this way, you will be a sign to them, and they will know that I am Adonai. And this is where we'll end our Tanakh readings for today. Feel free to join our weekly Bible study on Sundays at 6:30 p.m., where we discuss the life of Jesus in a chronological order. Details for this Zoom meeting can be found in the description below. Be blessed.